Hi guys, welcome to episode 3.
Today's episode we're going to be insulating our wheel arches, insulating our floor and doing our sound deadening sheets. Let's go!
So we're using the Deadening mats, which is them, and they're sticky on one side, so it means we don't have to use any like additional adhesive, and it should be really easy and idiot proof, shouldn't it?
Idiot proof. We need it. We need it. But yeah.
Let's go. So before we put the sound deafening mats on, we want to show you what it sounds like, and then we can do a before and an after, and you can see how effective these are. Ready?
Pretty tinny.
So loud.
Pretty
so
loud.
And this is an after. But you get the idea.
You get the gist. So this is where the insulation begins. Nicky started by insulating the wheel bases on each side of the minibus. We only needed 2 products to do this, which were aluminium foil tape and reflective bubble insulation roll.
To do this, it was as simple as it looks. I just measured the bubble insulation to fit around the whole of each wheel arch and secured it around all the edges using the foil tape. So what are we doing today, Harrison?
So we've just gone in the van and we've measured out the length of wood we're going to need to go widthways across the van. So between the wheel arches, I think we need something like 115 centimetres. So we're going to cut them out now, mark them up, cut them out, and fit them into the van.
And what wood are we using?
We are using these timber struts, which are 25mm thick, and 30mm wide. The 25mm, which is important because they're the same as the insulation boards we've just bought, which are 25mm as well. So they'll just sit on top of our ridges in the van, and they'll hopefully be the same thickness as our insulation. So it'll be a nice slick finish.
How exciting!
Whoa. You can see us here measuring and chopping up all our pieces of timber that we needed for the base of our van. The tools we used to do this included a saw, which happens to be a tree cutting saw, our timber struts, a tape measure, a sanding block, and a standing knife. All of our products that we have used in this episode are linked below in the description and are also available in our PDFs. Got something in your mouth? Alright guys, so what we're doing today is we're trying to fix the little gaps under the timber struts in our van, because you know there's little ribs in the vans, all the vans have them in the back. So what we've done is we've cut off little offcuts of wood, and we're just going to slot them under, and hopefully it'll get better support for our little timber struts.
Yeah. Later on that day, our friends Manva and Joel came over to help us. So here we are, just gluing the timber struts to the ridges of the van using 2 types of glue. No nonsense grab adhesive and some super stick grab adhesive.
Once all the timber struts were glued down, we started to measure out the square spaces in between the wood so that we could fill it in with our 25mm thick polystyrene insulation boards. Ideally we would have used Celotex, but they were sold out at our local hardware shops. In the end we only used about 3 boards, which were 2.4 by 1.2 metres each.
The following morning, I installed the vapour barrier on top of our insulation boards. To do this, I used the same products as for the wheel arches, foil tape and reflective bubble insulation roll. I made sure to completely cover the polystyrene and timber, which would ensure that no water would seep in from the floor of the minibus in the future.
Alright, so what we're doing now guys is we're starting to screw in our timber struts into the bottom of the van. The most important part of this is to make sure you go under the van just before you do every row of screws and make sure there's nothing really like crucial there in the way. Yeah, so stuff like the
pipe.
like a pipe, like a fuel tank.
Heater. Whatever.
Okay. But yeah, just make sure you go into the van, check there's the screws. They should only come out by about this much with the screws that we got. That should be, might be mentioned earlier in the video or now.
Yeah, they're the easy drive screws, so they're self-drilling and self-screwing.
Yeah, so they're a lot easier. You just have to put quite a lot of pressure on the top of the screwdriver, but I think our one's just a bit old and knackered. But yeah, it's going all right.
So let's carry on.
Although the screws we used were really good, for any stubborn parts we used an electric drill to make a guide for our screws to go into. Fortunately, we only needed to do this about 3 or 4 times, so you probably won't need to do it. Alright guys, we're going to call it a day there because it's getting dark, but we've screwed in all our timber struts. Yeah, right now it's just too dark to really keep going, but tomorrow we're going to get back at it with the plywood. So see you then. We started by using our old minibus flooring as a template to trace around on our new plywood. We're using 9mm thick plywood from Wicks.
Going over our pencil marks, we used a jigsaw to cut the plywood to the right size.
We then fitted all the cut plywood into the minibus, and we made sure to leave a little room for the wood to expand in the heat.
Using these drywall screws from Wicks, Jack and I screwed the plywood down into the timber struts.
It's important to remember before screwing the plywood down to trace where the timber struts are so you know exactly where to screw. My sister Beth did this for us.
And that was what we did with the floor.
We hope you enjoyed the video.
Make sure to like and subscribe.